New today, protesters rallied together right here in Omaha. What are they so upset about? And are there protests coming to your neighborhood? Good afternoon. I'm Jacob York.
And I'm John Carter. Halloween is only a few weeks away. It's not quite time for trick-or-treating, but haunted houses are popping up throughout the metro. We'll show you some of them coming up. You're watching the Omaha News.
This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
With the bad economy, some people are going deep into debt and even losing their jobs. A nationwide group called Occupy Wall Street is making their voices heard right here in Omaha. I talked with some protesters at a demonstration about their cause. All across the nation, people have been protesting to try to occupy Wall Street. And locally, it's no different.
We need to take back the power. Let's occupy Omaha, everyone!
Occupy Omaha is an organization that's supporting the protesters out in New York. And just like their counterparts out east, they think that there's work to be done in the U.S. government.
There's so much corporate corruption in the political system that it's more about the special interest of those corporations because they're the one funding or financing the campaigns for the politicians.
We have to attack the root of the problem, which is the Federal Reserve, which is central banking, which is the fact that we have a fiat paper money standard and not a sound money standard, gold and silver, which is specifically specified in the U.S. Constitution.
But what's most important, according to Occupy Omaha, is that they're trying to get their voice heard before it's too late.
We're going to go into a depression. I mean, there's no jobs. College graduates are graduating with masters and PhDs and cannot get jobs.
Voices of the people in America are not being heard. They're being ignored. And if I could boil this movement down to one word, it would be listen. The media doesn't listen. The politicians don't listen. And we're going to make them listen.
If you want more information on Occupy Omaha, including more details on upcoming protests and minutes from past meetings, go to their website at occupyomaha.info. You can also find them on Facebook.
Arrests are not unheard of at some of Occupy's protests nationwide. About 36 protesters were arrested in Des Moines, Iowa. These protesters refused to leave a park nearby the Capitol building after a protest and were charged with trespassing. In Boston, about 100 people were arrested after they wouldn't evacuate some city parks. 6 protesters were arrested in the U.S. Senate building in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday, and Seattle has also seen several arrests in their week-long protests. President Obama has been keeping a close eye on Occupy Wall Street movements as it spread throughout the nation. The president acknowledged that Americans are frustrated with the way their economy works. He also said he understands their frustration, and the only way to resolve the situation would be to add new consumer protection measures. Obama places some of the blame for the economic downturn in 2008 on immoral business practices, but not necessarily illegal practices. These practices still apply today.
So what do companies have to say about Occupy Wall Street? Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream has a special page on their website dedicated to supporting the actions of Occupy Wall Street. Ben & Jerry's has been actively involved in situations like this before, but its board of directors says Occupy has brought these issues forward unlike any of their efforts. They've also spent money on lobbying for limits on corporate spending in elections and other activist campaigns. See them all on their website at benjerry.com.
Omaha has their own version of Occupy Wall Street, and they're getting set for their next demonstration. Drew Swartz is in the newsroom to give us more details. Drew, what's in the works for Occupy Omaha?
Thanks, Jacob. I was able to talk to some of the organizers for Occupy Omaha. They held a meeting this past weekend to discuss their game plan for a big event coming up this weekend.
The Occupy Wall Street group is gaining support from coast to coast, and the Occupy Omaha group is preparing hard in anticipation of their own major protest event.
The protest is October 15th at 9 a.m. down on City Hall. We're going to meet at City Hall and then professionally and calmly walk to the Federal Reserve where we will vocalize some of our issues that we have.
The group is hoping to gain more support through social media during the week leading up to Saturday. And while protesters hope to remain professional and calm, police interactions may happen and emotions are sure to run high.
We want to fight back. The cops are over there watching us because we might be a threat to them. Do not let them put fear into you.
Some protesters may be a little more extreme, but occupiers want to dispel some misconceptions.
This group is just a group of people ranging from college students to soccer moms to veterans, disabled people are here. It's such a wide plethora that anyone who tries to slap one label on there is doing us a great disservice.
That's why I would tell the Omaha people to come out and join us, and that a change is possible, and that if you think that you've been misused or used and thrown away by the current financial system, come out and join us.
On Occupy Omaha's Facebook page, organizers have stressed that they want to keep this march as peaceful as possible. They've posted articles about arrests made at Occupy events in Boston and St. Louis. And they've also posted an informational video about how protesters can deal with the police while still maintaining their rights. Jacob?
Thanks, Drew. If you'd like to see these articles or videos, visit Occupy Omaha's Facebook page at facebook.com/OccupyOmaha. Coming up after the break, if you're looking for some good places to get scared this Halloween season, then you don't want to miss this.
Our reporters take you to haunted houses in the metro area. You're watching the Omaha News.
UNO Television.
Students work with professionals who have all kinds of experience in the industry.
Lights, camera, action. Literally.
Get paid while you learn more about the TV business.
Work on all kinds of productions.
My friends who worked on TV crew last semester are now working part-time at local stations.
Working on TV crew is a great experience.
UNO Television. Student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Feed your brain with original programs from the Knowledge Network. TKN combines the resources of educational and television experts from UNO Television, Omaha Public Schools, Westside Community Schools, Metropolitan Community College, and Creighton University. TKN members produce a variety of programming with collaboration from students working in front of and behind the camera. The Knowledge Network. Feed your brain by watching Cox 17 and 18.
Most local television news only gives you brief headlines about issues that may be important to you. But for more than 10 years, only one program has remained dedicated to examining all the information about issues that really matter to Nebraskans. I'm Kathy Wyatt, and it's my privilege to present those issues for your consideration. Join me on the campus of UNO in a program we call Consider This, every week on the Knowledge Network.
As Halloween approaches, people looking for screams head to local haunted houses. Welcome back to the Omaha News. I'm John Carter.
And I'm Jacob York. Scary Acres is one of the top haunted houses in Nebraska. Whether you choose to enter the Master's Castle, the Haunted Woods, or the House on the Hill, Scary Acres is sure to give you a good scare. I give you a look inside these Halloween attractions. The staff at Scary Acres takes great pride in the attractions that they have. They have 3 main attractions that they boast to those who dare to enter Scary Acres: the Haunted Forest, the House on the Hill, and the Master's Castle. Robin Reyes, a makeup artist and actor at Scary Acres, gives us more.
A lot of the rooms in the castle, they're so put together. There's just so many really neat things about each room. You know, when you look around, everywhere you look, you see something.
The safety record at Scary Acres is one that they are very proud of. Owner Don Lasole gives us more.
It's a safe establishment. We've never had any issues. Parents drop their children off at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and they come back and pick them up at 11:30 at night. It's a very safe environment, and we're very proud of that.
For anyone who's 13 years old or younger, it is required that you have a parent or guardian with you. So if you or your young one wants to visit Scary Acres, make the trip.
We get a lot of youth in here. I'm very surprised at some of the youngsters, but parents are with them, so we're fine with that.
Why y'all walking so slow? Why y'all walking so slow?
If you head to Scary Acres this month, you might run into Tony Todd from Candyman or R.A. Milohoff from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
If you'd rather get your Halloween fix by sitting in a comfy movie theater chair, Hollywood can help you out with that. The Thing hits theaters this weekend, and it's a prequel to the 1982 movie of the same name. It's about a team of scientists that find an alien corpse inside a crashed spaceship in the Antarctic, but of course it's not really dead. Also coming to theaters is Paranormal Activity 3. Similar to the first two films, the film follows a family haunted by demons. Only this time, the main characters are children.
Zombies. You see them in video games, movies, and now hardware stores. If you visit a Westlake Ace hardware store, these stores are putting emphasis on how to survive a zombie apocalypse using items and tools they have for sale in the store. Visit their website at westlakehardware.com to view their zombie survival guides, tips on zombie-proofing your home, and frequently asked questions about zombies in general. Liz Bendit, Westlake's Director of Customer Relationship Development, thought the campaign might be a little bit too out there, but response has been generally positive to the hardware store's Halloween campaign. Haunted houses, scary movies, and zombies might be okay for the older crowd, but what about the kids? We'll show you some places where there's more treats than tricks.
Stick around, you're watching the Omaha News.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is where you'll find unlimited possibilities. At UNO, our 15,000 students are learning what they need to know to join the workforce of tomorrow. With 200 programs, students participate in innovative academics and are engaged in dynamic campus and community life. The University of Nebraska at Omaha. Step up to the metropolitan advantage at bmav.com.
UNO TV invites you to take a journey around the world, to lush jungles with endangered species, to exotic lands and different cultures, to lost cities beneath the sands. Travel through time to see ancient secrets on the other side of the world, the growth of the American West, or the start of Nebraska's largest city, or just explore our state. Find out about Nebraska in World War II. Learn how Omaha has grown since. Discover the effort to renovate its green spaces, the history of one of its most impressive buildings, or look at its internationally recognized university. For over 20 years, UNO TV has produced award-winning documentaries that explore, educate, and enlighten. To find out more, call 402-554-2516 or visit unotv.unomaha.edu.
Tune in to Big Red Wrap-Up each week for Husker football analysis and insights. Tuesday night at 7 Central Time, only on NET1 and NET HD, Nebraska's home for sports.
You're watching the Omaha News.
Haunted houses and scary movies are great for Halloween fun, but Paranormal Activity 3 probably isn't a movie you take your child to. This upcoming weekend, the Henry Doorly Zoo is holding their annual Haunted Safari at the Wildlife Safari Park, which is located near South Bend, Nebraska. It's a family-friendly event with bonfires, a hayrack ride, and pumpkin bowling. How fun! To make your reservation, go to omahazoo.com.
Over the years, Vallo's Pumpkin Patch has grown from a small farm with a hayrack ride to a 212-acre operation. This year, the Vallo family expanded the farm to treat visitors to something new, as well as their old favorites. Josh Buda has more on the story.
Vallo's Pumpkin Patch is now in its 27th year of operation, and this year they made several improvements to the farm.
Some of the big improvements this year that we did is the haunted house. It's probably 3 times the size as what it was before, and that was kind of listening to our customers, and they said that's what they wanted. The cedar log play area is another big improvement that the kids really have a lot of fun with, and there's a few other things to do in there too. The pavilion area we built is really nice looking. It's a timber frame construction, and it kind of replaces a tent that wasn't quite so good looking in the past. Then our 3D golf, we expanded that and kind of made that a little bit nicer, and it's a 3D blacklight golf.
Over the years, a trip to Vala's Pumpkin Patch has become a tradition for many families.
I think it's great that they keep putting more money into the place and keep expanding and making it nice for families to come out and enjoy. There's things for every age group, and I like the caramel apples.
Well, it's really neat for us. I'm just getting ready to leave to go overseas again for about another year. So this is an opportunity for us to spend time together as a family. And in our first visit here, we weren't expecting the park to be quite this big, but pleasantly surprised.
Of course, no trip to Vala's Pumpkin Patch would be complete without taking your very own pumpkin home. For the Omaha News, I'm Josh Buda.
There's still plenty of time to catch the fun at Vala's Pumpkin Patch. The attraction is open every day from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. until Halloween, which falls on a Monday this year. As part of the Halloween season, we have Matt Judah here with us. He's the president of the UNO Paranormal Society. Matt, thanks for joining us. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
So why was the UNO Paranormal Society started?
It was started as an opportunity for students to look into the scientific pursuits of examining the paranormal, getting rational reasoning skills about what is true and what you have to prove to be true.
I saw that you guys had a ghost hunt in July. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that was a fantastic hunt we had. We had Heartland Paranormal there with us. It was right after a movie that we had shown, and we went into our undisclosed location in order to just see what sort of spooks we could find. And we found a lot of things on a couple of the floors in the building. We have a bunch of EVPs from there if anybody would ever want to hear them from us. We're willing to share any of our information that we have gotten from our investigations and are willing to take anybody who wants to go along with us.
So what did you see on the floors?
We don't see very much. It's actually just kind of dark, and it feels like you're just walking around, not doing anything. It's only when you go back later and listen to the tape recordings that you find out that you might have caught something or you might not.
Do you have any interesting or funny stories that you'll share?
Yeah. During one investigation, we were sitting in it was dead quiet in the building, and all of a sudden we hear this person kind of running around screaming Velociraptor. And it was just a student who was having a bit too much fun, I guess, with us as we were investigating.
And when do you guys have meetings usually?
We have meetings every Saturday from noon to 2 in Durham Science Center in room 285.
What do you guys usually discuss at the meetings?
We discuss anything that our members bring up. We talk about ghosts, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, ESP, psychics, you name it, we'll talk about it with you. And if we don't want to talk about it, we'll still talk about it with you. So,
Have you guys ever gone out and tried to find the Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster?
Actually, we would love to, but it's kind of hard to get the funds to go up to Washington or to go over to Scotland.
If you guys actually got the money, could you guys find it?
Well, I read a news article the other day that said they're 95% certain that Bigfoot is living in Siberia. I don't know what to make of it, so we'd try.
So you're going to take the first plane to Siberia then, right?
Only if it becomes summer in Siberia.
And Halloween's coming up. What are you guys planning?
Actually, next Friday, we are planning a 4-group investigation for all students that are invited. We have Prism, Orbs Omaha, MAPS, and Heartland Paranormal, and we're going to be having this, we call it the Paranormal Summit. And all students are invited, and we will talk about how to investigate, and then we will take everybody on a ghost hunt after that. And it starts 6 o'clock in CPAC's room 101.
For anybody who wants to join the Paranormal Society, what do you think they should do?
You should contact us at unomahaps@gmail.com, and then you should just show up to any of our meetings in the Durham Science Center in room 285 on noon on Saturdays.
Okay. Matt, thank you again for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
If you'd like more information on the UNO Paranormal Society, go to their website at unoparanormalsociety.com. There you can see video of a ghost hunt that took place this past July. Coming up, believe it or not, there's a place where you can rent and fire heavy-duty guns.
We'll show you where you can have a blast. You're watching the Omaha News.
Watch ICU Learning English on the Knowledge Network on Cox 17.
If you're an Omaha kid feeling tired and slow, here's the numbers you ought to know. Eat 5 fruits and veggies every day. Drink 4 glasses of water, okay? Eat 3 foods from the dairy scene. And just 2 hours in front of the screen. Now take 1 hour to move around. And that's the Healthy Kids Countdown.
For games, ideas, and other fun stuff about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Visit livewellomahakids.org. But don't stay long.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vehicle's now going supersonic.
When you want to go above.
It was something new.
Or reach beyond.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic.
When you want to peer inside.
There's something wrong here. This isn't normal.
Will it seem almost impossible? Or push the limit?
Large tornado! It's humongous! You need to get out now!
When you want to dive deep.
These divers are like astronauts.
Our human nature is to push into places that we don't know about.
Or go to the edge.
There are other worlds out there.
We don't know exactly what we're going to find.
When you want to find new frontiers.
I was truly astonished.
You just don't ever know.
Nova.
Wednesdays on NET1.
A unique gun shop and range is making first-person shooter games come to life. Exeter Arms, located in Exeter, just south of York, is drawing national attention for its unusual use of machine guns. Jessica Ritchie has more.
These ear-shattering sounds and tough-looking guns aren't part of a military training exercise. This is how gun enthusiast and avid Call of Duty fan Connor Dawson chose to celebrate his 16th birthday.
What more fun for a bunch of 16-year-olds than a machine gun party?
The boys and their fathers got to shoot an Uzi 9mm, an M60 machine gun, and a .50 caliber rifle that really packs a punch. What did it feel like?
Someone punched me very hard and then punched me in the face again.
The range is owned by Rob Androina, who also owns Exeter Arms, a gun shop in Exeter, Nebraska. In addition to selling to hunting and sports enthusiasts, Rob holds a unique classification.
Class 3 dealer has a special license that allows me to sell fully automatic weapons and silencers to federally approved individuals and government agencies.
Rob's shop has yet to open, but it's already attracting some big names.
We're in preliminary talks with Fremantle Media, which is a production company owned by Simon Cowell, and we're exploring the possibility of doing a reality program based on our business and our family.
Exeter Arms grand opening is Saturday, October 15th, if you want to come check it out. For the Omaha News, I'm Jessica Ritchie.
Remind me to never mess with Jessica. The Androiners are still in talks with Fremantle Media. There's no word on a contract yet for the reality show. And while civilians can't buy all the guns shown here today, you can check out www.exeter-arms.com for details on machine gun rentals.
Classical 90.7 KVNO's Life Begins at 40 membership drive is going on right now. This year marks the 39th anniversary of the radio station since it went on the air from the 3rd floor of the Storrs Mansion in 1972. You can donate online by visiting kvno.org and clicking the Donate Now button. KVNO has perks for you depending on how much you donate, including a listener's top 10 CD and an invite to the screening of UNO Television's documentary on 40 years of KVNO. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Omaha News. Thanks again for watching. If you're looking for more, check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/theomahanews or search for Omaha News on Facebook.
While you're there, you can check out the news stories our reporters covered, submit story ideas, or give us feedback. We'd love to hear from you. From all of us here at the Omaha News and UNO Television, good night.
Hi, I'm Meshach Taylor, actor and public television supporter, encouraging you to become a fan of UNO Television. Located on the University of Nebraska at Omaha campus, UNO Television is a unit of the College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media. Student crew members are trained and placed in broadcasting positions that give them real-world experience. Many students move seamlessly into jobs within the local television market. UNO Television, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
Feed your brain with original programs from the Knowledge Network. TKN combines the resources of educational and television experts from UNO Television, Omaha Public Schools, Westside Community Schools, Metropolitan Community College, and Creighton University. TKN members produce a variety of programming with collaboration from students working in front of and behind the camera. The Knowledge Network. Feed your brain by watching Cox 17 and 18.